Hey everyone, welcome into Northern Life. Excited to have you here to start off this week, and a very happy Monday to you.
Woohoo! Yeah. We like Mondays, even though sometimes Mondays can be a little bit down, but around here we like Mondays.
It's always up here on Northern. I would assume so.
Hopefully.
I think we're cool. We're cool as a group.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Yeah, no, we're good.
We're good here.
Yeah, Mondays are up here on Northern Life. You know, stock is rising.
Yeah, that's true. And also rising coming up today, which actually, no, it doesn't make any sense. Briggs and I stroll down South Lake Avenue, hanging out at Vikre Distillery. We get to learn their story, their process, and even get a taste of their product. We got to sample some gin there, Briggs. It was a lot of fun.
Spirits are rising.
If I was more creative, I would have gotten that. That's good.
The transition you need.
That was good.
Wow,
that
great minds, great minds. Plus, we have Christy Stokes in the studio from Duluth's organization called Downtown Duluth. That's because today marks the start of Eat Downtown Week. So we're going to hear all about those participating restaurants and what kind of deals you can find. I hear a lot of those restaurants have special fall menu items they're even putting out for this week too. So
let's go.
Leftover candy corn on the menu?
One can only hope. Yes, one can only hope.
Yeah, melting down a lot of candy corn. Hopefully not. We all hope you had a great weekend, like we said. Mondays are up here on Northern Life. And we know one dog who is actually having a blast taking in some Sunday football. Beth B. shared this photo on Facebook saying, Hunter, Spike here likes wearing his Vikings jersey.
Aww.
Super cute. So thanks for sending that in, Beth. And I remember when I worked on the morning show with you, Hunter, Beth was always talking about Spike and sharing photos and chiming in. So thanks for being a long-time viewer, Beth.
She was one of my go-tos on Question of the Day. She was always responding every single day with fantastic responses. So thank you for, because there's times where nobody would respond to the Question of the Day, but Beth was there. So thank you for being there, Beth. And your Maltese dog, I remember it was a Maltese dog, Spike. So shout out to Spike as well.
Good to see someone likes wearing the jersey, though. I know we were talking about Harry doesn't really love it the other day, so Spike's just chilling.
Yeah,
very cute.
Take notes, Harry. Take notes.
Exactly.
Other dogs are enjoying it. And Beth isn't the only one we have to thank on this Monday. We also have to thank all of you who have followed our Facebook page. That's because we are over 1,000 followers on Facebook.
Whoa.
So that means the road to 2,000 starts right now. So invite your friends, invite your family, invite your coworkers, invite some strangers. I don't know, but let's go hit that milestone together.
I'm going to go around Canal Park and ask random people walking around, hey, can I see your phone really quick?
Pull out your phone.
Yeah, pull up Facebook.
I know they do that on social media sometimes. They say, hey, if you're following my Facebook page, I'll give you $100. And so sometimes people are, or they're like their TikTok accounts. So maybe we'll have to do, I don't know about $100.
No, we're not.
Is that in the budget?
Yeah, maybe $1 or the change left in my car.
A big hug.
A big hug. A solid high five or a handshake. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, if you're feeling a little tired this morning, here's why. Or actually, you might be feeling, I got it backwards because we fall back.
Right.
Yeah, we turn the clock back. You're going to be even more rested today, hopefully, on this Monday. That's because you turned your clocks back over the weekend, and some of you may still be dealing with the effects of daylight saving time. So a few medical experts are sharing what you can do to make yourself feel a bit better. You should reestablish your nighttime routine right away and maybe do a relaxing activity like listen to calming music before bed. That's nice. You can also exercise outdoors to get more sunlight because it's dark out so much longer now. And then doctors advise avoiding alcohol and caffeine in the evenings too. Lastly, if you're able to, find a moment to take a short nap. My favorite piece of advice I've ever read.
Yes, short nap. I know we talk about it quite a bit, but we can all relate to it. But back when we were all on the morning show, I feel like I never noticed daylight saving time ending or beginning. But now that I have kind of a normal shift, it's a little bit more obvious that I can feel that hour shift every single time it happens. I don't know about you guys, but
and I'm sure Hunter probably takes a lot of naps in the weather department in the studio because it's usually just him in there and it's pretty dark. So
Whoa.
I've been trying to get them to put
Shots fired.
a cot in there for years. I'm like, listen, the bosses that be, let's get a cot in there. It's go time.
It can't be that expensive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Make it happen.
You can pitch it to them by saying for severe weather coverage. You know, if it's snowing a lot, you got to have a cot.
Where am I going to stay?
It even rhymes.
Oh, hey! You can be my manager.
I will. I'll be your pitch person.
Gotta be rested for all those jokes too.
Oh man, as we're looking ahead to these colder mornings now, we're learning that warming up your car before driving in cold weather can actually damage your engine. Bad news there. According to Toyota auto experts, warming up your vehicle can actually shorten the life of your engine because when you let your vehicle idle in the cold, you're actually stripping away oil from the engine's pistons and cylinders, words that mean nothing to me. And many of the parts of the car only warm up when the vehicle's actually moving. Experts say driving 30 seconds to a minute after starting your car is considered to be the best practice. Do you guys have automatic starters on your car?
I want one, but maybe I don't need one now. So, because apparently it might damage your engine. I don't know.
I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear any of that because I'm going to leave it started for 10 to 15 minutes before I go out to the gun.
I do the same thing. I asked for a starter for Christmas the other year, and I was lucky enough to get one, and it has been the single best thing I have gotten in the last decade of my life.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'll tell a quick Hunter story, too, before we get to our last story before break.
Oh, boy.
I went to the gas station with Hunter one time, and he left the car running as we were filling up gas. The second worst thing you can do there, as opposed to smoking next to the gas
Which I was doing
So
as
I told
well.
Hunter, turn the car off. He goes, it was in the summer. He goes, well, the car's not going to be cold when I come back into it. So do you still leave it running?
Explode, Hunter.
I feel like more people do that than we think.
No, they don't.
Maybe, maybe
don't.
not. But
Well,
if it's in the summer, it's got to be cold. If it's in the winter, it's got to be hot in the car. So you got to leave it running.
We'll have to
Don't
ask
do it,
people
though.
on social media.
Yes.
And hey, as you hit the road, if you feel like you're seeing more traffic circles on your commute, that's because you are. The number of roundabouts being built in Minnesota is actually rising rapidly. According to MnDOT, the state's first roundabout went up in 2002, and now the National Roundabout Database, which apparently is a real thing, says Minnesota has 498 roundabouts. MnDOT officials provided that research, which found a big reduction in very serious or fatal crashes. It went down 80 to 90%. That's apparently thanks to the design of it.
That car's just going round and round and round, spinning out
That's
even.
Hunter in his Toyota pickup truck. on
Look
weekends.
out, look out.
On that Gene Duluth roundabout every day.
Mario and Andretti.
Having a good time.
Still ahead, we're drinking on the job. We'll explain why. After the break, we're heading to a neighbor of ours right down here in Canal Park, and it was a real fun time. Thanks for being here on Northern Life.
Welcome back, everybody. A happy Monday to you once again. Unfortunately, I had to stay back at the station during this next story. But Briggs and Hunter took a short trip over to the Vikre Distillery last week, learning how a creative idea has turned into a Duluth success story.
Yeah, we met with Emily Vikre, who traded in her big city life on the East Coast for this hometown dream. Cheers.
I've always been so inspired by Lake Superior and the woods and just kind of like the nature and the community of Duluth. And so we were actually back in Duluth visiting my parents, and they had just been at a spirits tasting and were telling us about it. And they're like, did you know that all you really need to make great spirits is good grain and really good water? And we were like, well, Lake Superior is the best water there is, and Minnesota grows all this grain. Like, somebody should start a distillery in Duluth. Most of our products are organic corn-based, but then, like, our whiskeys or our vodka use a mix of, like, corn and wheat and malted barley, various things to bring in different flavors. There's such a combination of both science and then also artistry to nailing those flavors, and that's where, like, my background in food really comes in. And that took months and months and months of product development and testing out where do we like the cuts, what botanicals do we want to infuse it with to make different products, things like that. This is where we age most of our spirits. We've got a number of things aging. We've got whiskey, some of our aquavit is aged. We're aging some apple brandy, distilled from local apple cider, and things like that. I think the oldest ones we have in here are like 6 or 7 years at this point.
Whoa!
Yeah, so they have been aging for a while, and then some are 2-3 years, and some have just been added.
If you're thinking maybe it's time to open it, like what do you do to figure out if you're right?
You pull a sample.
Yeah.
You pull a sample. So we have them set up in ways that hopefully you can access, right? But what you do is, oops. This is called the bung and the bung hole.
No way!
Oh yeah, that's where
My favorite part of the shoot so far.
yes, that's where the term comes from. So you get it turned up and you knock the bung out, and you have a little thing called a whiskey thief. Sorry, all of this looks very naughty.
Thief.
Yes, this is called a whiskey thief. And so you dunk this in, right, and then seal that up, and you can pull a little bit of whiskey out and put it in a glass, and so then you can sniff it, taste it, and see how it's doing.
Okay.
How would you decide, like, if you taste it and you're like, it's maybe not ready yet, how do you know, like, how much longer to leave it for? It's just...
Yeah, it's a guess. And you just keep testing, right?
Who gets to do all the testing?
Yeah, right? You, yeah?
I mean, everybody in our production team works together, but I still get the final say.
Barrels are cool.
Then we take the spirits into here and hook them up with hoses to our bottling machine. So you put the bottles on here, I press a button, and it fills them up. And then we put them through this fun machine here where they get corked, they get a little seal on them and heated and then labeled, and then put into boxes for shipping out to distributors.
That is so cool.
You know, really trying to push the envelope for technique and complexity and care in our ingredient and making everything from scratch. But then also just having fun with it. And so we have quirky themes, we give them silly names, and it's always a collaborative process. So like everything we make is so inspired by this place and by the water and by the landscape and by the people. I think Duluth is such a creative, unique place.
It is really good. Very smooth. And you got the pine in there. I mean, my gosh, that is very good. That'd be great with something too. But I might just rip shots for the rest of the day.
Can confirm Hunter did not rip shots the rest of the day.
Also want to add that it's 9 o'clock in the morning in that shoot, so that was a lot of fun as well.
Very small sips.
Yes,
It looks
not
like you
big.
guys had a great time, though. I mean,
did.
if you've ever been to the Vikre Distillery, the beautiful, beautiful space, too. Those glasses in the back we were talking about, they're all different because I believe they were thrifted, and they're from thrift stores, so
Yeah.
like you'll get a unique glass, too, when you get it, one of those special drinks.
Yeah.
And that really fits the vibe of their whole cocktail room there. I love their menus are always so creative. Emily told us that this recent menu is themed off the movie Monty Python. Yeah. So how
Nice.
cool is that? Yeah, all the drinks are inspired by parts of that movie in the series. So they're very creative over there at Vikre.
Very creative, very creative. And like we were talking about also earlier, just giving back to the community and like a huge staple in the community. They've been around for a long time now, so cool to see that side of them, the human side of Vikre as well. So I've never been in that place before. I need to go in there more often.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say during COVID, when they stepped up and made the hand sanitizer
Yes.
for people
Right.
who really needed it when there was a shortage. That was amazing. They used the tools they already had at their expense or at their hands.
disposal.
What am I trying to say? Disposal.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So that was amazing. They truly are good people.
Good on them. I was more surprised that Hunter decided to, they make the drinks out of Lake Superior water, not bottled water.
Not
Hunter.
Dasani?
I need you to know that. So you have been drinking Lake Superior water there.
It was good. The alcohol kills the germs.
Gotcha.
I can't believe how much she knew about chemistry.
She's a
so
genius.
smart, Emily.
A genius. Yes.
The whole team there over at Vikre. Very cool. You can find their distillery right next to Aerial Lift Bridge. We'll be right back. Well, hey, good news if you're looking to switch up your routine this week. Downtown Duluth's Eat Downtown Week is back, and joining us to share a whole lot more about it is Christy Stokes, president of the Downtown Duluth organization. Thank you so much for being here, Christy.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Restaurant Week kicks off today and runs all the way through Saturday. So what can people expect if they head down to one of those restaurants that's participating?
Yeah, it's an exciting week, and it's a great week for us to really showcase the restaurants in our downtown. They kind of come together and really get involved in this promotion. So people can expect special promotions at each of the restaurants, whether that's some are doing a fixed price menu, some are doing buy one, get one half off, some are just doing some daily specials. So a real assortment and a chance for people to check things out.
Cool, and it sounds like there's 14 restaurants, and many of them have taken on a Flavors of Fall theme for this week. Is that right?
Yes. So we have done a restaurant week in the spring and in the fall, and so this is really our Flavors of Fall that we do. And then in the spring when we do something, it's really Get Downtown, where we bring in retailers and many of our other businesses. So this one is solely based on our restaurants, and we're really looking forward to sharing some of those fall creations.
Cool, and this year you guys have a couple new participating restaurants, one brand new one at least to the downtown area. We have Blue Rock, which just moved downtown, and Duluth Coffee Company now launching their food menu too. Talk about the growth of the food scene in downtown Duluth and why that's fun to see.
It's great to see it because, our downtown and the whole waterfront area is really an area that tends to be a destination to come for restaurants because we have such a great variety of them. And then to add some new ones is great. I was saying that I had just been looking at some of our Facebook posts and just the comments that people are saying about excited to try out the new restaurants because they haven't had a chance to get to them. So that is just a great opportunity. That's what it's all about. A chance to really check out those new restaurants, but then also visit your longtime favorites as well.
And why is visiting some of those favorites, some of those local restaurants so important?
You know, just supporting your local businesses is something that really supports our entire community. And so for us, it's really highlighting them. It's also a time of the year where it's a little bit more of the off season. So it's a great chance for people to get more diners into their doors.
Yeah, and we have the holiday shopping season coming up soon too, right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
A lot of people still are already kicking that off. What's your message to folks as they get ready to start checking things off their holiday list?
Holiday list?
Yeah.
So I think it's really about just supporting local. These local businesses support our community, they support the teams in our community, the fundraisers, everything like that. And so when you spend your dollars locally, it stays local.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are getting ready for big crowds for the Christmas City of the North
We
parade
are.
coming up.
We're excited to partner with you with the parade and look forward to thousands of people coming into the downtown. For us, that's the real kickoff of the holiday season. And so we really look forward to having people come into our downtown.
Any best spots to watch the parade from that you'd recommend to someone who's going to come watch it in person?
You know, there's so many. So all along Superior Street is just a really great spot. You know, we're in the parade, so we kind of watch and see where everybody is gathering. A lot of people gather right by the plaza. Next to Minnesota Power. There's quite a few who gather right at the start of the parade as well.
Yeah.
And so it just all depends on what you're interested in. There's also a lot of different businesses that might be doing hot chocolate, or
Fun.
it just depends what connection you have to those businesses too.
Perfect. Chrissy Stokes, thank you so much for
you.
being here. Again, Downtown Duluth's Eat Downtown Week started today and runs through Sunday. You can find a whole lot more information on participating restaurants on our website. And hey, coming up, we have a fun day in store for us tomorrow. We'll show you more after the break.
Welcome back, folks. Coming up tomorrow, you definitely don't want to miss this one that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Ryan and Briggs were shipped up to my house in the middle of nowhere to take part in a Survivor-themed challenge. But who was crowned the winner? You're just going to have to wait and see during tomorrow's show. Right there is Briggs' dream, is doing the actual Survivor challenges and then building the fire at the end. I think it's called Making Fire. Is that what they call it on the show?
That is what they call it, yes, the Making Fire Challenge. They got real creative there on Survivor. But no, you got creative putting that together, Hunter. That was so much fun. I loved it.
Fun to see you guys' faces when you took out the blindfold and actually did the challenges. And it was close for a lot of the things. So you're going to see that tomorrow, exactly how good you guys did. It was cool.
Yeah, and since it took about an hour to get there, we felt like 50 dirt roads. We knew we were probably going to Hunter's house. Hey, but before we go, we got to talk about Hunter, and I need to make an important announcement because you need to know what's going on. So Hunter will not be here for Tuesday or Wednesday's show, so I want to repeat that.
Oh, I see what that is.
Hunter,
Alert,
it's
alert.
an alarm, yes. Alert. He will not be here for Tuesday or Wednesday's show, so I think we're going to have a special guest for both of those days.
Ooh, who's it going to be?
I don't know. I can't tell you. You're going to have to tune in and watch. You're going to have to tune in and watch on your vacation.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But just kidding. Just kidding. I'll watch. I'm kidding.
Okay.
From his deer stand,
Yeah,
screaming.
we'll definitely miss you, buddy.
Yeah, I'll miss you guys too.
Oh, have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.